Hey, hey, hey! It's the Pacific Northwest Geek Echo Shiro here. Cha, cha, cha. And I'm back with another WILDEYE Wednesday. And for this week's WILDEYE Wednesday, I will be looking at a Bruno Mattei movie as a bit of a challenge to see if I can review one of his movies without outwardly bashing him. Now I will be looking at the 2004 Mattei movie, Island of the Living Dead. This movie tells that basically there's this island. In the late 1600s, there was a situation, an outbreaking of the living dead, and everybody died. It's something we see at the beginning of the movie with like the Spanish, I believe is what they are. We see them and some of the inhabitants dying. Does not go good for them. We then flash forward to the early 2000s, so it's been 200 plus years. Oh, yeah, 300. It's been 300 plus years. Okay, my math is a little off. But anyways, we are introduced to our main cast. They're like these treasure hunters. And they found this gold and they're bringing it up from the water, from the ocean. They'll think, oh, we're going to be rich. Ooh, we're going to be, money, 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 hey, hey, hey. But as they're bringing it up, the bottom of this old trunk breaks and all those gold doubloons in the water. The big payday is gone. And they're kind of on the boat, moaning, groaning, when some strange fog appears. And that's a precursor. Some strange fog appears. And they find this island, and the engine, one of the engines of the boat gets damaged. So they decide they're going to, while the engineer works on the engine, they're going to go to the island and explore it. See what they can find. And three of them go off in this graveyard, and they then encounter, they're the first of the crew to encounter the living dead. The others find like some kind of structure building, and they go in, they find these old books, it's got lantern in it, basically talking about the dead coming back. So as this is all going on, the guy's on the boat trying to fix it, because there's a gas leak apparently. He's trying to fix it, the undead, the living dead. Get on the boat, start attacking him. It's a bit of a struggle. He's like, you ain't gonna get me, blah, blah, blah. He's like, saying they're not gonna get him. He hits this button, I guess it's something to do with the engine or whatever. But again, there's a gas leak, so he ends up blowing up the boat, stranding everybody on the island. So they gotta figure out what they're gonna do. But as nighttime comes, so do the living dead. And we see a scene where one of the guys cuts one of the arms off, and he watches as it, pulls a Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z and grows a new arm. Sorry, 1 minute. Drink tea, the choice of all echoes. Tea. But anyways, they end up in this church. Remember, echo be nice. Echo be nice. Fuck that. There's supposed to be these statues in the church, which are just guys with gloves on and face paint on, look like skulls, in robes and hoods holding sais. And oh god, they're looking at these things like, is that a statue? Is that a statue? Clearly it's a guy with face paint on, gloves, and a robe and hood holding a sai. Not a statue. And they don't have the best luck of standing still, because the statue you gotta really stand still, but you see them swaying a little bit, keeping the eyes shut, but clearly, yeah, they're not statues. And we see the one girl, she's looking at him like, it's a god. But anyways, they end up finding, after another one of them gets killed, because by this point 3 of them are dead, as one of the ones in the cemetery had died, and they end up finding this book, and they basically find out about what happened. and we get some stock footage of like some silent film or something of ship attacking something, and I think they probably use some old stock footage from old films inserted here. Say it right now. There are scenes in here, stuff in here that is basically lifted from the movie Ghost Ship, where I believe it was Minnie Driver and Gabriel Barnes. If you've seen this movie, you will recognize elements of it, including, in, I think were they treasure hunters or something in Ghost Ship, but like the captain of the ship runs into the head of the conquistadors, has a drink and talks with them, kind of like what we saw in Ghost Ship. This one guy's looking at this painting of this attractive woman. It's supposed to be an attractive woman with a black veil on. And then he runs out of the room. As he runs out of the room, we see the woman with the black veil appear from behind. We're then showing the painting. It's empty. Later on, he runs into her, and she's like, "You want to dance?" He's like, "Oh, sure, sugar. Come on, baby. Dance with you." And then, of course, she turns into a living dead and kills him. I think it's like similar, except in Ghost Ship, I think she tricks him into falling down an elevator shaft or something. Later on, they set the crypt on, because when it comes down, as the numbers are really, really getting low, they set the crypt, or one of them sets the crypt on fire where all these creatures are. And they borrowed clips from, was it 1992's Interviews with Vampire? Probably got the year wrong. If you remember, there's a scene where Lewis sets the Theater Those Vampires, where it sets it on fire, and you see the vampires all around on fire. They inserted some of those clips into here. This was one of Mattei's last movies. I think he did this and one other, which is the sequel, Zombies: The Beginning. Which I know you would think of Zombies at the Beginning would be the prequel, but it's actually the sequel. These are the last movies he did before he passed away. He directed it and was one of the co-writers. This is on Tubi. I'll put the link for it in case you want to waste about an hour and 40 minutes. I also put the trailer. I was, by the way, completely surprised that this was a Wild Eye. More surprised if you watch it on Tubi, you'll see the familiar visual Vengeance. So apparently this is a digital visual Vengeance type deal. There's one thing you also notice, and the dubbing on this is bad. The voices are... If you can probably find this in the original, you have no problem reading the subtitles. If you watch that, maybe I should go look and see if they have the subtitles, because the English dub of this, the voices they do are so terrible. They can get downright annoying. It's not the greatest... To begin with, this is not the greatest movie ever. It's a subpar movie at best, but the dubbing makes it worse, because these are pretty much almost damn near anime type voices with voice actors who aren't doing the best job, I feel. If you see this movie, tell me what you think about it. I've seen Cruel Jaws, Zombie 3, this one, and Zombie the Beginning. If you've seen a Mattei movie, what are your guys' thoughts on Bruno Mattei? And if you like any of his movies, I kind of did like Zombie 3, but if you've seen any of his movies, what do you guys think? Go ahead and add another question if you guys can put this down in the comments. What are you guys' thoughts on them doing almost anime type voices for live action movies when they dub them into English? But anyways, I have got to go. I'm tired. My eyes are killing me, and I gotta edit this still so that it can be uploaded for WILDEYE Wednesday. So I am the Pacific Northwest Geek, and I will see you on the flip side. Toodaloo.